Hello, my lord. Oh, would you be Lord Sarwick? Say, have you got anything for old Wren? Just a coin for a wounded veteran?
I do not remember you, old man. How do you know my name?
I worked at River Spring back in the day, my lord. With all due respect, you've gotten a few wrinkles, but you've not changed much.
Would you also know my brother? I have come here to see him.
No, my lord. I've never seen him in the flesh. It's his people that we know, especially Hub, the groom. He comes to the taverns to throw back a few pints, and then he talks. He told us that Lord Garwin returned there not long ago to visit his father, and now Lord Sarwick is dead. There are rumors that your brother is back in town. There's no way to be sure, because Hub has not shown his face in a while. You would almost think the man had lost his thirst for ale.
I've heard enough. May R'hllor be with you, old man.
I would rather a coin in the hand than your...
Fires, latrines, and the tide as well. How could I forget such...
There he is, Axe. Just like I said.
Good job. I'll take care of him.
Think you're going somewhere, pretty boy?
I see that the cutthroat business continues to flourish.
You're not just talking to any old bandits here. We're called the Reapers. Now, Lord Sarwick will come with us quietly. I can be very unpleasant when there's too much noise.
If you know who I am, then you know that I am of a noble family. If anything happens to me, the watch will be on your tail for the rest of your miserable lives. That seems a large price to pay for a bounty.
Don't worry about us. Once we've gotten the bounty, we'll have more than enough.
What reward are you talking?
You are kin to Garwin Sarwick, are you not? A man worth 100 gold dragons.
It's his bloody brother, I tell you. He has to know.
Who would put a bounty of 100 gold dragons on my brother's head? That's madness!
'Twas the watch, pretty boy, and none other. Your brother is accused of killing Lord Sarwick of River Spring. A damned kinslayer.
I still fail to understand the link between the reward for my brother and me. No one has put a bounty on my head as far as I know.
Perhaps. But you must know where he... If you don't want to tell us, we'll spread the word that we beat you to a pulp. So your brother will show his face, and then we'll have him.
Perhaps under other circumstances it would have been a good plan. But you shouldn't stake too much on it.
And why is that?
I came to King's Landing to find my murdering brother and to wreak our family's vengeance upon him. Do you truly believe he would come out of hiding to help me? I highly doubt it.
Shit.
Wait, Axe, you're not going to let him get away like that. I'm the one who let him...
Shut it, you old bag of bones. You've caught us a lean hair. Luck is with you today, pretty boy. We'll...
Only ask for a groat, my lord. Take pity.
The Sarwick residence is not far from here.
It's the men of the watch.
They've come to get Sarwick. The one with a price on his head.
Death to the Kinslayer!
Hold him!
We only found the servants, Lord Wex.
Do you jest? There was no one else?
No, my lord.
Gowan is not here, Sir Velar.
Velar.
I'm searching for your master, Gawain Sarwick. You won't save him, but you can still save yourself. Tell me where he is.
We don't know where he is. He's not been hit for months.
Take him to the Red Keep.
No, I haven't done anything. I know nothing. Let me go.
Lambert, no! Leave him be, please, sir! The Lord, mercy. My husband is a good man and loyal to the crown. He knows nothing.
Jenna! Jenna! No! Why by the seven?
Oh, awful!
Sir, the crowd is restless.
Let them be restless. Wex, have this residence watched. I'll let you know if I manage to drag anything out of this lackey.
Valar.
Alistair. So, the rumors of your return were true. That red priest arriving in the middle of the ceremony like a ghost from the past. That was you. Did you return to go to your brother's execution?
Gawain was arrested.
Not yet, but it shouldn't be too long. I will personally make sure of it.
Do you really need to massacre our servants to find our brother?
Oh, so now we're brothers, are we? Yet when we were children, that was out of the question. I was just a bastard in your eyes. Now I serve the Queen, and I have orders to stop your kinslayer of a brother.
What is certain is that Gawain's people had nothing to do with the death of our father, Valar.
How can you be so sure? Don't worry, though. I'll make them talk. And it's Sir Valar now. Lord Tywin Lannister himself knighted me.
I am not surprised. The powerful enjoy surrounding themselves with rabid dogs.
I only do what is asked of me, and I'm rewarded in kind. A Lannister always pays his debts.
Yes, but at what price? So, tell me, how is it that the Crown personally gave you this task?
This task is normally for the Watch, but the Queen personally requested that one of her trusted men settle this matter. After all you made me endure when we were young. Rest assured that it is a pleasure to have been given this task. Moreover, Gawain could have gotten in my way as the legitimate heir. But once he's lost his head, I doubt he'll bother me again.
Don't count on it, Valar. I have returned, and I intend to keep you from perpetrating your crimes.
Whatever claims and duties you had towards the Sarwick family, you turned your back on them long ago. River Spring will soon be mine, and no one will stop me.
I was not in exile, Valar. I left of my own free will, and I am free to return whenever I see fit. I am the legitimate son of Lord Sarwick.
You were the heir, but you abandoned your inheritance 15 years ago.
Trust me, Valar. It was better for you that I left. Whatever happens, I shall be the Lord of River Spring.
And yet, you cannot ignore that I am betrothed to your sister, Eliana. By all the laws of the realm, River Spring will go to me when we are wed, and there is nothing you can do about that. As you can see, the interests of the Sarwicks will soon be my own, dear big brother. It was time someone took care of them.
I heard of this charade. Don't delude yourself too much, Valar. I shall put a stop to it.
This alliance was decided by the Crown itself, and Eliana fully consented. You see, it's all been taken care of. Like for Gawain, who will be found and judged for his crime. It is the royal will, Alistair. It would not be prudent to oppose it.
It matters not which throne you hide behind, Valar. I will not allow you to rule over my house, nor decide on my brother's fate. You're going after Gawain. You plan on marrying Eliana, From one day to the next, you go from a bastard without a lineage to being an heir to Riverspring. Don't try to convince me that you're content to go along with the royal will. This isn't going to lead me anywhere. Once my rights have been re-established, I will once again be Lord Sarwick. And I will find my brother.
Don't count on it. I'm in charge of the matter. The Sarwick Manse will remain sealed until further notice. The City Watch will keep an eye on it, so stay away from this house. Do not get in my way, Alistair, I'm warning you.
Trust me, we will meet again.
Where do you think you're going? Access to this house is forbidden.
Calm down, soldier. This is my family home. I have every right to enter here.
My orders are strict. No one can enter this house. Now go on your way.
No, this door opens onto the square. Not exactly a discreet exit. Our manse was ransacked. The City Watch really had a field day. I see. It would appear that my little brother developed an infatuation for one of Shataya's whores. I must pay her a visit. This Falina might know where to find Gawain.
Unbelievable. We have guards at every entry point, but there's always a rat who manages to crawl in. Come on, men. There's vermin to get rid of here.
Now here's a visitor who brings back pleasant memories. Is that really you, Sir Alistair?
It has been a long time, Shataya.
It has been years since you honored us with your presence. It's been so long, I thought you'd lost interest in houses of pleasure.
You weren't wrong about that. My eyes have been opened to the light of R'hllor, and I took up the red robes of priesthood.
The gods gave us voices with which to sing their praises, hands to build their temples, and desire to honor them through our lovemaking.
You haven't changed, Shataya, but I have.
Excellent. If there's anything I can do to lighten your worries, it would be my pleasure. Just ask.
I'm looking for a certain Falena. Is she one of the girls in this house?
Falena is one of my most enchanting girls, and she is well educated. She will be just impertinent enough to please you, my dear. I'm surprised that you know her.
I learned that she was, rather close to my brother.
Of course. I should have known. Gawain very much enjoyed Falena's attentions. Would you care to spend some time in her pleasant company?
It would be a pleasure.
Do go upstairs. Her room is at the end of the corridor on the left. She has been rather sad as of late. Perhaps you will succeed in comforting her.
I'll see what I can do.
Intriguing. Do you think we can...
Of course, if he wants it. But someone has to do it with him.
You must be cheating, you little slut, I know it.
Many pardons, my lord, but are you not Sir Alistair Sarwick?
Indeed. You appear to know much about me.
I realize that my impromptu intervention might have startled you, my lord, but pray, do not. The return of a war hero could not help but attract my attention, particularly when his return proves to be so ostentatious.
I won no honors in the war, just scars. But you have yet to introduce...
Your modesty does you honor, my lord. You forged quite a name for yourself fighting for King Robert in his rebellion. Excuse my rudeness. I've not yet told you my name. I am Lord Varys, and I hope you will count me as a friend. We never crossed paths 15 years ago, but perhaps you have heard of me?
Lord Varys, pardon me, but you scarcely look like a lord dressed thus. Besides, your name does not sound...
One in my position is often gratified to go unrecognized. The disguise you see before you. At the time of Robert Baratheon's rebellion, I was Master of Whispers. It was my duty to keep an eye on the rising leaders within the rebel faction. That is how you attract...
Indeed. I remember now. We rebels called you the Spider. Some of our lords were wary of you. You made some enemies along the way.
Alas, the people of the Seven Kingdoms have little... All of those noble knights and grand lords are loath to risk... But in the Game of Thrones, information is power. Those who most despise us are often the first to benefit from our whispers.
You, who were loyal to House Targaryen. I had thought that you would have fallen with King Aerys.
My loyalty is to the crown, Sir Alistair, not to he who wears it. The moment that Robert Baratheon sat upon the Iron Throne, my duty...
And he agreed to it. I hadn't thought that King Robert was a great...
Oh, he is not, my lord, as the gods are my witness. But it is in his nature to pardon defeated enemies who pay him homage, and that is... Thus I kept my role as Master of Whispers, as well as my seat on...
You must be a very busy man then, Lord Varys. I imagine that it is not coincidence that brings you to speak with me.
You are correct, my lord. I wanted to discuss the Baratheon rebellion.
Pardon me, Lord Varys, but I am very busy right now. Might we perhaps speak...
That suits me, my lord. Until then...
You are Felena, if I'm not mistaken. Shataya said that I might find you here.
You are not mistaken, my lord. How might I please you?
A one-on-one will be enough to satisfy me. Preferably far from prying ears.
My lord needs only close the door. At Shataya's, the walls are thick and the beds are deep.
Slow down. I just want to speak with you.
Oh, in that case, it will be done according to my lord's pleasure.
I am Alistair, of House Sarwick. I imagine that means something to you.
Sarwick? By the maiden, you are from Gawain's family, are you not? Did he send you? How is he? When will he return?
By R'hllor's flame. Why are you so concerned with my brother's fate?
My lord, I know the realities of my profession. Shataya treats us well, but in a few years I will be too old to draw men's eyes. And what awaits me then? Begging or walking the docks? I wish for Lord not to marry him. I'm not that naive. But he has always been attentive and charming. He will make a good...
I understand your worries, but you recently sent him a love letter. You seem to be aware of his movements.
Yes, my lord. Lord Gawain told me he was going to Rivers. Lambert, his servant, would send me news. He told me that Lord Gawain planned to return to... So that he wouldn't forget to pay me a visit, I sent him a message.
He came here?
Yes, but my message was for naught. He came directly here soon after his arrival in town. It was I who washed the dust of travel from him. He did not even go to his home first.
At least he made it to King's Landing. I was beginning to wonder if he had disappeared along the way. Did he tell you?
He was very nervous. I tried to ask him questions about the patricide room. The last thing he said was that he would go to the Red Keep, that the Crown would hear what he had to say, and that he had more than one He left at the first light of dawn. I have had no news since, and the Gold Cloaks continue to search for him. What do you plan to do, my lord? The City Watchers searched for him in vain for days. Even Lord Varys does not know his whereabouts, and Lord Varys knows all.
If my brother went to the Red Keep, then that is where I must go. Someone must have seen him and will help me locate him.
Wait. This cloak belongs to Lord Gawain. He forgot it. Take it, please.
It cannot hurt, indeed.
I pray to the maiden to help you in your search. Find Gawain.
I would need more than the help of an imaginary goddess. But I appreciate the intention, as I'm sure my brother does as well. Farewell, Felena.
Delicious. They really are delicious.
Damn it, I've lost again. My breeches.
There, that's him. Halt there! In the name of the Crown, I arrest you.
What is it I stand accused of, officer?
You are accused of murder. Guards from the City Watch were killed in your home just today.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I just arrived in... Men died in my home? Do you...
You're quite confident, Sir Alistair, but your story isn't fooling anyone. Several witnesses...
The King's justice concerns everyone, my lord, even people of your standing. Give yourself up.
What will become of him?
He will be stripped of his weapons and brought to the If he's found guilty, tradition allows him to choose his own punishment. He will either be sent to the wall to take the black, or be beheaded.
Now that's an amusing notion.
And if you should be foolish enough to resist, my men are just outside, and they would eagerly welcome a chance to avenge. A simple gesture from me, and this brothel will be left...
Sir Alistair, I pray, none of that here. Think of my girls.
Very well, officer. I'll follow you. Courage, Alistair, courage. A few days spent in the dungeons of the Red Keep won't be the death of me. They're bound to send me someone to speak with.
Hello, Lord Sarwick.
Lord Varys?
It is too bad these surroundings are not as pleasant as our last encounter. How has your stay been?
Long. I had expected a quick trial when the men of the City Watch came to arrest me. I was mistaken. You are the first person to come and visit me. Why is everything taking so long? What does the Crown intend to do with me?
My friend, I'm terribly sorry, but the Crown has no desire to take care of you. After all, you attacked the girl.
And my
Unfortunately, I know no more than you on that subject.
To what do I owe the honor of your presence here, Varys? I never have visitors.
You see, the fact that you don't seem to care about yourself rather pleases me. Your escape will go unnoticed for quite some time.
You plan to help me escape from...
Apparently so.
What could you possibly get?
The balance of the Seven Kingdoms is delicate, and I predict more upheaval to come. It is clear that you have a role in what is to come.
Thank you for your concern, but I refuse. I prefer to await my trial and defend
You are quite...
I am sorry if I've ruined your plans. I intend to meet with the Queen. I must take back Riverspring and keep that traitor Valar from getting his hands on it. To do that, my name must be cleared. Otherwise, how can I plead my case before the Queen?
Cleared? You've killed Goldcloaks, my friend.
Who has accused me? One of Valar's soldiers?
I see. It may not go as smoothly as you imagine. Believe me when I tell you that it will be several more weeks before your trial. In the meantime, Savala will have wed your sister.
What do you suggest, Lord Varys?
I can get you an audience with the Queen. Today, if you wish it.
I doubt that a fugitive would be allowed to approach her, much less speak to...
You only knew Cersei Lannister as a naive. Since her marriage, she has become a strong-willed queen with a burning ambition, well-versed in intrigue. She has been filling the court with her creatures. Thus, the virtue she prizes above all else is loyalty, which she rewards That is how Savala moved up in court, and therein, paradoxically, lies your... Swear blind allegiance to the Queen, become her devoted servant, and she will give you what you desire.
And you believe that Valar will just sit there and allow me to...
Oh, I doubt that very much. It is quite likely that he will strike back at you eventually. But in front of the Queen, he won't dare to use force. Of course, he will try to remind her of her commitments. But she has never been capable of the same loyalty that... Impress her. Make yourself more desirable than your rival, and you will win.
You're right. It could very well work. You give good advice when it's in your best... How do you plan on
As you may imagine, I have no desire to be seen in the company. Here is the key to your cell. Once I've left, you will leave and head toward... You will find the guard asleep at his post. I'll wager that he was served a...
Very well. And the others? Surely.
Don't worry. In the very depths of the Red Keep, there are paths known only to ghosts and spiders.
Are you saying that the throne room can be accessed?
Indeed. When the Red Keep was built, King Maegor the Cruel made certain that the fortress walls were all connected by a vast network of secret passages. These passages allowed his spies to see and hear It is said that Maegor had every man who worked on its construction executed in order to keep...
Apparently that was...
Indeed. But don't forget, Lord Sarwick, it is my duty to stay.
I see. Then...
Pass by the row of cells across from yours. Look for the one with the flagstone on the floor. It is a passage towards the tunnels. Past that point, be on your guard.
Don't worry about me. I carry the light of R'hllor. It will guide me in the...
I will await you at the end of the passage to give you access to the throne. Good luck, Lord Alistair.
By the flame! It's our quartermaster. So he's the one I heard yelling. May R'hllor welcome him to his light. Wine's too strong, eh? Obviously Varys truly knows how to live. There, the dragon. The passage that Varys told me about must be hidden in that cell. R'hllor, guide me, you who see all. Reveal to me what is hidden in the dark.
you really think he could come through here?
We don't even know where here is. Let's keep looking, agree?
That's right. We'll keep looking. And if we find anything resembling an exit, I'm getting out of here.
There he is, that spot.
Thank you, my lord. One might say that you arrived just in time.
You? Who are you?
Lord Varys sent me. He was worried that you wouldn't find your way alone.
Well, how very considerate of him. I was beginning to think that he'd sent me here to get lost.
I was also to warn you that the gold cloaks seek you, but those brutes found me first.
I saw that. Enough talk, child. You know the way out.
Of course, my lord. Follow me. There's a door over here. If only I could find the mechanism.
Let me see.
We're arriving at the crypts. Of course. There's a door over here. If only I could find the mechanism.
Let me see.
How did we miss him?
No idea, but he's behind us. Let's go back to the others before he kills us.
This is where I leave you, my lord. I'm not permitted to show myself on the occupied floors of the Red Keep.
Why? Do you also have problems with the law?
No, but Lord Varys doesn't want the court to know too much about his little birds. Go up one more floor. On your right, you'll see a passage leading to the entrance to the dungeons. Lord Varys will find you there.
In that case, go, before the other guards arrive. You've been a great help.
The honor was all mine, my lord. Godspeed.
Alistair, finally. I had begun to worry that your adventure had come.
It was a close call. The tunnels are swarming with guards.
Yes. This dear treasure is very resourceful.
What next? Which path must...
Most importantly, have you considered what you will say to her?
I will use it to demonstrate my talents. If she is as ambitious as you have described, she will value my services that much more.
Excellent. It would be very unfortunate for both of us if my name were to reach the Queen's ears. She probably hates me as much as she does her imp of a brother. The throne room is at the top of the stairs behind me. At this hour you should find...
You always find a way to win on all...
As for me, I will make these bodies disappear. It wouldn't. Good luck, my lord. And remember, the Queen does not like...
Halt! Who are you? State your business.
I am Alistair Sarwick, loyal servant to the Crown. I wish to have an audience with Queen Cersei.
The Queen only receives petitioners when holding court. Why don't you explain how you got into the throne room instead?
Guards, seize him!
Just a moment, Sir Celtigar. Bring me that man.
My thanks for granting me an audience, Your Grace. I am Alistair Sarwick of Riverspring, bannerman to House Lannister.
Yes, that name conjures something. You're the man who was arrested for murdering the Goldcloaks. What I don't know, on the other hand, is how you managed to barge straight into the heart of the Red Keep. Explain to me, then, how you were able to evade the palace guards.
Your Grace, with all due respect, I cannot answer that.
Really? You're playing a very dangerous game, Sir Alistair. I appreciate persistence, but a sensible man should always know when to submit. I will ask you one more time. How were you able to accomplish that feat?
Means matter little to one such as myself. What truly count are the ends. I could have left this keep without looking back, but I would rather offer my talents to the Crown.
You may rise, sir. You have my full attention.
Many thanks, Your Grace.
Despite your goodwill, know that you are taking terrible risks. If I must take you into my service, I would first be certain of your absolute loyalty. How did a prisoner such as yourself come all the way up from the dungeons?
I am sorry, but I came to you above all to speak of the future of House Sarwick, of which I am the one and only legitimate heir. I learned that my half-brother, Valar, received your Grace's approval to wed my sister and seize my stronghold.
It was indeed the Crown's decision.
It is my duty to plead my case. This marriage would irreparably dishonor our house.
You stand before me, after escaping from our dungeons, your hands soiled with our loyal protector's blood, and you dare to question the Crown's decisions?
As I told you, I am Alistair Sarwick, son of the late Lord Reynald and heir to Riverspring. I have returned home to reclaim my lands by virtue of my lawful birthright.
No doubt. You are well and truly the Sarwick heir. But on the subject of loyalty, such a criminal does not deserve so noble.
I am no criminal, Your Grace. I was imprisoned due to an unfortunate series of circumstances, and
We shall see. Tell me, rather, what gives you the right to question the marriage arrangement we have made between the valiant Sir Valar and your sister?
Because he is bastard-born, Your Grace. Not only would it be a poor alliance, but our father's blood runs in his veins. I cannot accept such an improper marriage.
Let me remind you that Sir Valar was knighted by my own father, Lord. That alone should convince you of his... And if I'm not mistaken, your brother Garwin is accused of killing your father, is he not? When your sister... Sir Valar grew up at River Spring in the heart of the castle itself.
With your permission, my lady, I have returned, and as the firstborn son of my house, it is up to me. No doubt my long absence has left me but a distant memory to many here, but I am still my father's lawful heir.
Why do you not submit your grievance to the king when he is holding court? I'm certain that your request will be granted.
My queen, you and I both know who truly holds the power in this palace.
Very astute, my lord. But you will understand that, however generous she may be, a queen may not act strictly out of charity. There are important tasks which must be carried out with the utmost discretion and efficiency. Would you be ready to undertake such a task for your queen?
My loyalty to my queen has never wavered. Tell me what you wish of me and I will not disappoint.
Very well, Sir Alistair. Your request has been heard. Serve me well, and I will make certain that River Spring is returned to you. Disappoint me, and we will allow the King's justice to follow its course in your regard.
That will not happen.
I am delighted to hear that. We have it from reliable sources that enemies of the Crown are running unchecked in King's Landing, and I want their heads. And since it appears that you and Sir Valar have the same objective, it is my wish that you carry out this mission together. And why not use this opportunity to find out who is more dedicated, you or your half-brother?
Your Grace, I would like to discuss one last matter with you. It concerns my brother, Garwin. I was at River Spring for my father's burial, and there is, for the moment, no proof that my brother killed our father. I know not who informed the Crown of my brother's guilt, but it would seem that he was judged too quickly. I dare ask one more favor of you. Please withdraw this accusation until there is formal proof of his...
I see. Very well. To prove my faith in your abilities, I will lift the reward on your brother's head.
I pray.
For now, go and await me in the antechamber. There are matters I must discuss in private with Sir Valar.
Alistair, what are you doing here? You were supposed to rot in the dungeons.
That is indeed what I feared, but the light of R'hllor guided my steps out.
Sir Valar, the Queen awaits your presence.
We shall meet again, Alistair.
Sooner than you think.